Okay.
For 4 months, I have seen you from day one. You haven't lost any weight.
Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you are sleeping. Since 2012, the reality TV shows My 600-Pound Life of TLC has been filming and illustrating the lives of patients who are experiencing extraordinary obesity and showcasing their efforts, struggles before, during, and after their weight loss surgery. Well, in today's video, we are all looking at some of the dubious truth about My 600-Pound Life. Childhood trauma. My 600-Pound Life shows that, in many cases, the severe food addiction that patients have is all because of terrible, traumatic incidents they have endured during their childhoods, such as emotional and physical abuse. Some of the contestants went through such experiences when they were young or in their teenage, so they started binge eating to put on the weight as a protective mechanism, and others, in contrast, ate to cope with such events just to make themselves feel better. So therefore, when participants start losing weight, emotions often bubble to the surface because the weight loss surgery has removed their coping mechanism, which usually presents additional challenges. For instance, Ashley Reyes, who was abused at age 12 by a family member, and it was only when she went through therapy after surgery so she could deal with the abuse. And after the therapy session, she finally started to really lose weight. All the enablers. Every star we have seen on My 600-Pound Life has at least one enabler, if not more, who enables them the food they want. Even the regular viewers can agree with me, right? I know you must be thinking why those enablers simply can't stop bringing them junk foods. Or at the supermarket, why can't they take control of the grocery cart? Actually, it isn't as easy as it seems, and it never will be. I mean, these obese patients can make their lives of their caretakers hell and miserable just by throwing fits and hollering until they get what they ask for. Even if you are a fan of these series, then you will know that in most cases, enablers are also oversized and don't want to change their own diets to live a healthier life. In fact, there are some enablers who just want to be a caretaker for the patients, as they fear that if their loved ones get changed or healthier, then they wouldn't be needed. But don't you think that if they claim to be their caretakers, then those enablers have to be supportive of their journey, regardless, in order for participants to lose weight? If they will not be supportive, then patients will have difficulty in succeeding in their journey, just like Sloan Whitworth's ex-husband Gareth, who was pathetic as a husband. No quick fix. People do have a perception that if someone wants to cheat or needs an easy, quick fix, then they should go to weight loss surgery, is somehow cheating or is a quick, easy fix. But that's just a perception, as some people go on My 600-Pound Life with the same attitude while thinking that weight loss surgery will fix everything without any efforts of them having to make their lifestyle transform. But that's definitely not the case. Because we have seen a few patients on the show who didn't change their lives due to the fact they continue to eat compulsively and refuse to move. In fact, according to Dr. Now, weight loss surgery is just a tool that is used toward a greater goal, and bariatric surgery just helps to shrink the size of the stomach significantly, and also lowers the capacity of food that it can hold. So continuing the diet and exercise program that the doctor prescribes is essential. Physical pain. Most of the time, weighing 600 pounds or more than that can be severely uncomfortable. On the show, we have seen even some contestants who have been so heavy that they could barely walk, or could barely get out of their beds. Once there was a patient, Lupe, who shared in her episode on the show, which literally shocked the viewers, that she hadn't walked in 10 years when her episode started filming. When the patients are at their heaviest, there's another thing the show filmed in detail, is the severe pain that the stars suffer with. Despite the fact that no one on the show is elderly or terminally ill, they still, from the very moment get up in the morning, feel some sort of physical pain until they go to sleep at night. Patients who were untreatable. Dr. Now is also a pioneer in laparoscopic surgery, as he specializes to treat super morbidly obese patients with a body mass index of 50 or more than this. By the way, not only this, as most participants who appeared or appear on the show have a BMI of 100 or more. Some doctors have confined a maximum limit for their clients' starting weight to perform weight loss surgery on their patients. According to the website of the University of California at San Francisco, the medical center has a weight weight limit of 450 pounds, as their x-ray machines can only measure up to this number of weight. If someone's weight is higher than these numbers, then risks in the surgery will definitely increase. That's why Dr. Now, apart from other doctors, usually takes cases like these, as he knows how to treat those patients who weren't able to get bariatric surgery anywhere. And most people come to his office to seek his guidance and help rather than going somewhere else. Psychological emotional damage. In the early seasons of the show, the producers didn't provide any sort of therapy sessions, but now, in the later seasons, they are emphasizing the importance of therapy. It's all because, without seeking help from therapy, many contestants have to struggle a lot, or even have a hard time reining in their emotions and improving their habits. For instance, Kirsten Perez shared on the show that she was violently attacked by a group of men when she was a teenager, and for that darkest incident of her life, she blamed herself. Due to that tragic event of her life, she wasn't giving her best to lose weight even after getting gastric bypass surgery. So, Dr. Now estimated that due to her trauma, Kirsten is lacking in her progress, and therefore he suggested she should go to therapy and said that he will not treat her until she didn't take the therapy. So, Perez went to a therapist, and the therapist told her, "You've written this narrative in your mind where you're just as culpable as the perpetrators, and you're not." The therapist also told her to let go of such blame, which Perez took it to heart, and by the time the show was over, she finally managed to lose 171 pounds. Messy divorce. You might think that Dr. Now is a low-drama fellow, but that's not the case, because he also had faced something miserable, and that's his divorce. Dolores Now Zerardin. Dolores, Dr. Now's wife of 27 years, filed a case for divorce in 2002, citing insupportability and cruel treatment, according to published legal documents. In reply, Dr. Now filled a counter-petition claiming and citing insupportability, but despite fighting it for 2 years, in the end, he lost the case. The court attributed fault in the marriage to him, and also concluded that throughout the proceedings he had complicated the discovery process by concealing and withholding records, obstructing discovery, asserting baseless privileges, failing to disclose essential information, denying access to records, and failing to comply with court orders. Not just that, 70% of the couple's joint assets were awarded to Dr. Now's ex-wife by the court, which was basically everything but Dr. Now's business. Media hounds. To seek the spotlight from others, we have seen many participants of My 600-Pound Life who are more prone to get what they want, I mean attention. For instance, while the show did note that Stephen Asante, who had previously posted some pretty dramatic YouTube videos before appearing on the show in 2017. But My 600-Pound Life didn't mention that Stephen Asante also featured as John Asante on an episode of Dr. Phil's House of Hate in 2007. There's another participant who also got featured on Dr. Phil before landing a spot on TLC. I'm talking about Pauline Potter, who had herself named as the Guinness Book of World Records heaviest woman living. Not just only this, she even also came on Dr. Drew and claimed over there that through marathon sex with her ex, she has lost weight. When My 600-Pound Life aired Pauline Potter's story, they didn't tell Potter's previous media presence, because it could be the reason that the producers of the show, she wanted to focus on her struggles, efforts, and fight for her health despite focusing on her tabloid exploits. Special scale to weigh. Do you know, most of the people on the show who appeared didn't know about how much they weighed until they met Dr. Now and stood on his special scale? You might be thinking, why am I calling it a special scale? Actually, common bathroom scales that we generally use can't measure over 300 pounds, or even the typical normal scales in a doctor's office aren't styled or function to weigh such massive body weights. But let me add a surprising twist that the scale we normally see in Dr. Now's office is built to measure more than 900 pounds, according to a tweet that was posted by the TLC network. Isn't it new to you? Dr. Now's age. The famous surgeon on My 600-Pound Life is Dr. Now Zerardin, who is commonly known as Dr. Now, is a pioneer in his field and famous for his skills. He works in Houston, Texas as a surgeon who performs weight loss surgeries that can completely transform people's lives for the rest of their life if they keep following the healthier ways to live a life. He is quite known for his compassionate yet straight-up bedside manner and has performed more than 2,000 weight loss surgeries. I mean, just wow. It's impressive, isn't it? Not just that, in his entire career, he even effectively managed to tackle some of the most challenging and bullhead patients in the world. He is not just skillful in performing bariatric surgery. In fact, Dr. Now is famous for performing both vascular and general surgery as well. Due to his impressive skills, he also serves as the inspiration for out-of-town patients to relocate to Houston to be a part of the program for the year-long duration of program. Well, if you are curious to know how old Dr. Now is, then you all may find it surprising and shocking that this Iranian-American doctor is in reality in his mid-70s. Yes, you have heard it right. God knows how long he is going to live to help these obese patients. That's all, guys, for today. Thank you for watching the video. And if you guys found it interesting, I would appreciate it if you comment down below about the video and leave the thumbs up.